There was a time when marriage was not planned on calendars. No invitations were printed, no dates were announced, no guarantees were given, and yet those weddings carried more meaning than many ceremonies today. In the days when Jesus walked the earth, a wedding was not entertainment. It was not romance first. It was not a celebration of feelings. It was preparation. It was covenant. It was survival. Tonight, we step into that world, a world where a bride waited in silence, a world where a groom worked in secrecy, a world where readiness mattered more than excitement. Because to understand the weddings of that time is to understand many of Jesus' words that still echo today. Stay with this message, not to learn history only, but to see the gospel with new eyes. The first century Jewish world was unstable. Disease was common. Hunger was familiar. Violence was never far. Life was fragile. And because life was fragile, marriage had to be strong. A wedding was not about escaping loneliness. It was about preserving life. Families lived together. Generations shared responsibility. Honor was collective. Shame was public. A poor decision did not affect one person. It affected an entire household. This is why marriage was never casual. It carried weight. It carried consequences. In the time of Jesus, marriage did not begin with love. It began with families. Parents met. They spoke. They examined reputation, work ethic, and lineage. The question was never, do they feel something? The question was, will this union survive? A young woman did not choose freely, because freedom without protection was dangerous. Her future depended on stability, not emotions. This system was not seen as cruel. It was seen as necessary. Love was expected to grow later, after commitment, after responsibility. Feeling followed covenant. Once an agreement was made, the bride waited. She stayed in her father's house. She prepared quietly. She did not know the day her groom would come. She did not know the hour. Her role was readiness. Her lamp needed oil. Her garments needed to be clean. Her heart needed patience. Waiting was not passive. It was active trust. Every day carried uncertainty, but also hope. The groom left to prepare a place. He worked. He saved. He built. Only when the father approved would the groom return, not when he felt ready, but when preparation was complete. The return was sudden, often at night. No warning, only a shout. Those who were ready rejoiced. Those who were not were left behind. This was not drama. It was reality. Before celebration came payment, the mohar, a real cost, a visible sacrifice. It proved responsibility. It protected the bride. If the husband died, the mohar remained. Marriage was not allowed to create helplessness. It had to create security. Commitment had a price. Love alone was never enough. Marriage was a covenant. Public, binding, serious. It was not easily broken because it reflected something greater. Faithfulness, endurance, promise. This understanding shaped how people heard Jesus. When he spoke of waiting, they understood. When he spoke of preparation, they recognized it. When he spoke of sudden arrival, they felt the weight. Today we rush. We announce before preparing. We celebrate before committing. But the ancient wedding asks us a question. Are we ready? Not emotionally, but spiritually. Not excited, but prepared. Because the message was never about weddings alone. It was about readiness. And the invitation is still open. In that world, silence was part of the process. Before music, before joy, before celebration, there was waiting. Silence tested patience, revealed character. A bride learned endurance long before she learned intimacy. She waited not knowing if the day would be tomorrow or far away. Every delay was a lesson in trust, not trust in feelings, but trust in promise. This kind of waiting shaped the soul. It taught stillness in a noisy world. Weddings were not private moments. They belonged to the village. Everyone knew the agreement. Everyone knew the families. Everyone witnessed the covenant. This public knowledge created accountability. A man could not disappear. A woman could not be abandoned silently. Marriage was protected by community eyes. Faith was lived together. Responsibility was shared. Isolation was dangerous. Belonging was safety. The groom often came at night. Darkness made the arrival unexpected. Only those alert would hear the announcement. Lamps were necessary. Oil was essential. Without preparation, even love could not save the moment. This reality shaped language. It shaped stories. It shaped warnings. Being ready was not optional. It was expected. When Jesus spoke of weddings, His listeners did not imagine poetry. They imagined reality. They knew the fear of missing the moment. They knew the cost of negligence. They knew the joy of readiness. His words were not abstract. They were familiar. The message cut deep because it reflected daily life. Preparedness was spiritual wisdom. After the wedding, life did not slow down. Work continued. Responsibilities increased. Marriage added weight, not comfort. 2 lives were now accountable. For many others, children were expected. Labor was necessary. Marriage was contribution, not escape. This understanding made commitment sacred. Ending a marriage was not simple. It carried shame, economic damage, social loss. Women suffered most. This is why protection systems existed. Marriage was structured to prevent exploitation. To abandon responsibility was morally condemned. Faith demanded loyalty. Love was not fireworks. It was slow, quiet, built through endurance. Shared hardship created bonds. Faithfulness created affection. Time revealed depth. This love lasted because it was tested early. Modern expectations would have failed here, but ancient commitment created resilience. Marriage reflected belief. Trust mirrored faith in God. Waiting mirrored prayer. Preparation mirrored obedience. Daily life reinforced spiritual truth. Faith was not separate from survival. It was woven into it. To be unready was not embarrassing. It was tragic. Missed opportunities could not be reclaimed. Once the door closed, it stayed closed. This taught seriousness. Life did not pause for indecision. Preparation mattered. This is not nostalgia. It is instruction. The ancient wedding speaks to modern souls. It asks questions we avoid. Are we committed or merely interested? Are we prepared or only hopeful? Are we faithful when no one is watching? The ancient world has passed, but the call remains to wait with purpose, to prepare in silence, to honor covenant. The message was never about ceremony. It was about readiness, and the night can still arrive suddenly.